Hi everyone, I'm Diane Applewhite. Thank you for checking me out. Today I am making sweet potato casserole for the very first time. Let me show you. I have 3 medium-sized sweet potatoes that I let bake in the oven for about an hour and a half until they became fork tender. And I am, as you can see, I'm peeling them now, getting them ready to smash up. To the sweet potatoes, I am going to add 2 eggs, and I'm going to let you see my egg cracking skills or lack of. Let me see, I got that one cracked pretty well. Let me try this one. Okay. Wow, I got those 2 cracked without any shells. I'm going to add them to the sweet potatoes, but I'm going to mix them just a little bit before I do. Give them a nice little mix. Dump them right in there with the sweet potatoes. Okay. Move that in it a little bit. Give that a little stir. Not too much though, because after the eggs, I am going to add a half cup. I'm going to start with a half cup at least of heavy whipping cream. Yes, I'm doing it my way pretty much. I checked out a lot of recipes and I came to the conclusion I'm just going to wing it and do it my way. So that is a half cup of heavy whipping cream, and that beep in the back is the oven preheating to 350 degrees. So I'm going to get this mixed right in, the eggs and the whipping cream right in here. For my spices, for my seasoning, my spices, I'm going to add a teaspoon of ground cinnamon, a pinch, which is about 1/8 of a teaspoon, even less than 1/8 of a teaspoon of ground nutmeg, because I like nutmeg in my sweet potatoes. And then a half teaspoon, here's my salt. Let me make sure I put a half. I absolutely do not want, let me see, can I do this without spilling it? But this is about a half that I'm gonna put in here. And for my flavoring, I'm going to go with 2 teaspoons of vanilla extract. Of course, you can always start with 1, but I know I like vanilla. And since I am not using butter, that I am using the whipping cream instead of the butter, I am going to add 1. This is some butter extract that I am going to add as well. Okay, I'm gonna mix that in just a little bit. Just a little. I'm gonna stop and bring over the hand mixer and give it a nice little mix. The last thing I'm going to add to the mixture will be, I don't want to lose any of my mix, but it's going to be a half cup of sugar. I'm gonna mix in a half cup of sugar, and then I'm just gonna whirl it around just a little bit. Stop it, and I'm gonna get a spoon to make sure I have just the right amount of sugar because I don't want this too sweet. Wow, and I do have the right amount of sweetness. Last swirl with the mixer just to see if there are any more strings I can pull out of it. There were a few that I pulled out earlier. Not that I'm that concerned about the strings, but I want to make sure at least how much is left in the mix. Okay. Don't seem to be much at all. Now I'm going to set this aside and move into the topping. For the topping, I am using 1 cup of chopped pecans that I toasted on top of the stove over medium heat for about 15 minutes just to release the oil in the pecans. To this, I'm going to add, to the pecans, I'm going to add a half cup of packed brown sugar. This is light brown sugar. I'm going to add a 1/4 cup of all-purpose flour, and I'm going to do another layer of cinnamon. I'm going to use about a teaspoon, another teaspoon of cinnamon. And I'm going to add 1 stick. This is softened butter. And I'm just gonna cut everything in, cut the butter in here until it is well combined. The topping, we're going to put it over to the side and bring our baking dish, which I have already sprayed with baking spray, and our filling. I'll move this a little closer to me, and I'm going to pour the filling into the dish, and hopefully this dish is big enough. I think that it is. It may turn out to be the perfect size. I wasn't sure at the time, but it will work. Okay, so we're going to get all this in here. Don't want to miss a lick. Okay, got that in here. Wow, this looks great. Okay, wipe my hands just a little bit, and I'm gonna go ahead. Go ahead and start layering it with the topping, and see how I end up smoothing it out. Go ahead and get this layered on here. I may have to work with it some though to get it smoothed out. I think I'm actually going to kind of break it up a bit with my fingers. Alrighty. Okay, y'all. Wipe my hands a little bit more. Here's our sweet potato casserole. is going into the oven. Again, that's preheated to 350 degrees, and I'm gonna let this bake for about 25 minutes. I'll see you when it's out of the oven. Here it is. What I ended up doing though was I did end up sprinkling just about a teaspoon of brown sugar on the top to cover the orange spots in. I sprinkled a little bit more of brown sugar to cover the orange spots as well. And as far as the topping, I am very pleased. Now I'm gonna let this cool and then bring you back for a taste. This is cool enough, y'all, so let's taste it. Let me see where to start. Yes. I cannot wait to get this up out of here. Wow. Look at that. Look at that brown sugar. Man. Oh, look at that. My goodness. Okay. Look. Look at the pecans. Okay. Can you see? There it is. I'm getting ready to take a little. Here goes. This is good. It is not bad at all for my first try. This is something to try. I hope you enjoyed this video because this is really good. Sweet potato casserole. Thanks for watching. Till next time. Bye-bye.